So today, this is a very unusual video because I'm visiting. I've left Jacob up in the stand. We're recording another video at the moment, but we're visiting a stadium that has not been finished. It's incomplete, but it is a 40,000 capacity stadium. And it is unbelievable. And I'm just walking out now onto the terraces that were never to be, or once was. And I'm going to tell you all about it in this video. This is Drie Linden, and this is the unfinished stadium. This was constructed in 1947, and like I said, it's called the Drie Linden Stadion, or in French, it's Stade de Toulouse. Pronunciation, probably not incredible, but how does a stadium that's technically this big, that's technically a 40,000 capacity stadium, only now is able to hold around 800 people? And how Royal Racing Club de Boitsfort in the Provincial 2, the 7th tier in Belgian football, are the team where this is their home. Why is that? So the inaugural match, the opening of this lovely ground, was in 1948 between Royal Racing Club de Brussels and Italian team AC Torino, who sadly only 4 months later actually all died, all perished in a plane crash, which was a massive tragedy at the time. This ground at that time, and the capacity and attendance of that fixture, was 40,000. Unfortunately, AC Torino won 3-0. Good for them, unfortunately. Not good for the inaugural match here for Brussels. But they were full. They were full to the brim. So they have had this completely packed out. You can imagine it back in 1948. What an incredible ground. They actually make this ground the second largest ground in Belgium. How mad is that? But it was never truly finished. And like I said, it was used about the only ever time where this was used to its maximum capacity. Never ever again. And unfortunately, all these terraces that I'm walking on now are all closed off, and you're not able to access it for a game, I suppose, because as you can see down there, gate is open. So are all the other gates. I don't know whether that's just because the Athletic are training on it now, but I'm still, I can walk through and I can walk around this ground, which of course I'm going to make the most of, and I am going to do. And I really just want to let you know about the history of this ground, because I don't do YouTube for the views. I don't do YouTube for content that I think other people would enjoy. I do YouTube because I want to log what I'm doing. I could take pictures of this place and write a little bit about it, but I don't think it truly resonates unless you are actually watching it. So literally, I just love doing these videos, and hopefully if you are watching this, you are entertained by them. But I will never sell out and go just to games where I think the views will do well, because I've had a fantastic time here so far. So let's tell you a little bit more about this ground. So the Stade de Toulouse, actually it's called that because it's nearby, or somewhere nearby, I'm not too sure where, but it was a roundabout that had 3 lime trees on it. So that's basically what it means. Fortunately, only 2 of these lime trees now remain. I'm not going to go hunting for a lime tree. I don't know what a lime tree is. If there isn't any limes on it, I wouldn't know. Are there limes on a lime tree? Of course there are. Surely, yeah. It's not called a lime tree, is it? But that is why it's called that. That's right, I can see Jacob over here as well. So have a little shot. You'll see a little guy sat down on his phone. That is Jacob. There he is. There is Jacob over there, sitting in that beautiful stand. So since 1948, this ground has had no improvements in terms of the stands. Both stands were there back in 1948, where we were packed out with AC Torino fans and Racing Club de Brussels. We were completely packed out to the rafters, like I said. but it's exactly the same as it was back then. Now, like I said, unfortunately, those AC Torino players are no longer here, only 4 months after playing here, where, like I said again, they won 3-0. I love it. I would love to see the ground become great, but it's actually, in 2010, was made a national monument. So, this is a national monument. This is a protected area, and I absolutely am all for that, because that means they cannot touch this. This is staying as it is, preserved. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They're not going to knock this down. No houses are going to be built here. This is here to stay. It's here to remember. This is Drie Linden Stadion. And it's honestly truly beautiful, especially for the 7th tier club to be their home ground. It's mad. It's mad. I love it. It's a strange one, really, of mixed emotion, because, like, in one hand, it's fantastic that it's a preserved piece of history, but also it's very sad that this lovely and fantastic ground will never see its true glory ever again. Look at that. Wow. I mean, he's doing a good job, hard at work. It looks like he's leaf blowed all the way along here, so I wonder if he's got to go all the way around. That'll take a long old time, but that does look fantastic. So very good that it's being well maintained as well. So good job, man. Let's head back round. We'll walk back round and we'll go meet up and finish up the video over there with Jacob. But yeah, let's go this way, walk around again, have one more sight through of this beautiful terracing. It'll be very steep though if you're literally haven't got a lot of room. All the way down there, but yeah, you don't see this kind of thing in England where they preserve a bit of history of a football ground. All what happens in England is the stadium will get knocked down and then it's just redeveloped into housing. Goodison Park is going to be a prime example of that. They're just going to knock it down. It's not going to exist. They're going to name a street after it or something like that. That isn't a way to preserve that history of that ground that's been there for 100 or so years, is it? And I think that's really sad. You know, here in Brussels alone, there could be more in Belgium, but they're 3 were protected national monuments. In 2010, they got made national protected monuments. They cannot be touched. And one of those was crossing Tribeck. They seem to have redeveloped it. But this one here, it's staying as it is. It's used for athletics, as you can see. And it's still used as a football ground. But it's not going to change. This is here to stay. I love that. I love it. There we go. There's a little bit of history about the Drie Linden Stadion. There's a beautiful, it's incredible. I'm so happy we came and visited here, but we've got to get on. So I'll end this video here, so if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe down below. Thank you, Belgium, for protecting this beautiful stadium.